Hi everyone, I hope you're well and I will be talking today to a very interesting lady. With us today is Mrs. Sanja Maria Pelis. She's from the Association of Historic Towns here in Slovenia. Sanja, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
All is well?
Yes, perfect.
Yes, I hope everybody feels like traveling because we would like to take you to some very, very special places. But first, maybe a few words, Sanja, about the association you represent.
Our association connects 19 historical towns. These towns share common awareness of preserving rich or exceptional cultural heritage, because only preserved and protected cultural heritage is the basis for quality tourism programs. And the culture in our cities is active and lives every day in different forms.
I know some of you've already been to Slovenia, and what I like about my country is this amazing diversity when we talk about geography, from the Alps to the sea. But it really reflects in the history of our towns as well.
Of course, we can feel different historic influences in our historic towns. From late Bronze Age, so-called Hallstatt era, to Roman times, and almost all of our historic towns were already established in the Middle Ages. We can also find influences from the Republic of Venice in our coastal towns, and also some towns from era of Baroque and Renaissance.
So you see Roman times, Venice, Vienna, really a lot of different influences in history, in arts, if you really are a connoisseur or if you love arts and history. And we have 4 very different UNESCO designations.
Yes, we do, and we are very proud of our UNESCO designated towns. Idrija is one of them, is listed on UNESCO World Heritage List. In Idrija, it was second biggest mercury mine in the world, and today, 500 years later, it can be visited as a museum. We also have few towns on the list of intangible heritage. Škofja Loka, with Škofja Loka Passion Play, which is an exceptional outdoor theater, which can be seen only every 6 times in Eastern time. The next one will be in 2022. Then Ptuj, with door-to-door round of Kurenti, the biggest and the most traditional carnival in Slovenia, and Škofja Loka and Idrija together with bobbin lace making. The tradition, which is in Slovenia passed down from generation to generation. For example, in Idrija we have a lace school, which is the biggest and the oldest in the world. It operates continuously for more than 150 years.
So walking distance and close to nature, you can even walk to nature. It's really just around the corner, isn't it?
Yes, of course. We are talking about really small towns, and you can be from the city center in the unspoiled nature in just few minutes. You can relax by the rivers, by lakes, also by the sea. You can take a walk between olive trees or colorful vineyards.
Nature is just around the corner, but let's focus on gastronomy, a very, very important topic for Slovenia, especially this year, because we are the region of gastronomy in Europe. And historic towns have as well a lot to offer in gastronomy.
We can offer several gastronomy experiences in historic towns, like food degustations, wine degustations, or also workshops. Some of our guests really like to make their own bread or their own potica or idriski žlikrofi or different types of flat bread or maybe ginger hearts.
We promised some traveling today, so let's see a very good example of everything we mentioned today. I would like to invite you to one of our oldest towns in Slovenia, to Ptuj. And I see, oh, look at that, it's a beautiful sunny day, and Alyosha is already expecting us. Hi, Alyosha.
Hi, ladies. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Ptuj. The view is just magnificent, isn't it? Ptuj has one of the most well-preserved medieval town cores in Slovenia. Although the town was first mentioned in the 1st century AD under the Romans, one of the town's highlights in history lies in the Middle Ages. Almost 1,000 years old mighty castle is still dominating the old town underneath him. But let me take you closer. So, by the end of the 15th century, Ptuj was one of the most flourishing medieval merchant towns in this part of Europe. Back then, we had an old wooden bridge exactly on the spot where we are standing today. We are on a modern pedestrian bridge today because in Ptuj, it's really nice to walk. If you love legends, this is the place to be. Ptuj is home to some of them. The famous Parsifal was looking for the Holy Grail. While, imagine that, Ptuj and its surroundings were also mentioned in this 800 years old historical novel. But a lot of interesting things in Ptuj happen underground.
The town is one big wine cellar of excellent wines, but let me take you to a special place. Now we are just under the famous castle of Ptuj. Have you ever tried tasting wine in a complete darkness? The main character of the wines from the wine hills around Ptuj is their bouquet, the aroma and the taste. This is why we taste wines from Ptuj also in the complete darkness, because then we can feel only the essence of it, which is a beautiful bouquet and the taste of the wine. Do you know what I'm drinking now? Is it a red wine or is it a white wine?
And now, welcome to the highest point of the town, mighty Ptuj Castle. This exceptional building is overlooking the town and it's a home of the regional museum. Please follow me. From the beginning of the 12th century until 1438, Ptuj Castle was home to medieval knights, the lords of Ptuj. They had an important role among noble families on the southeastern border of the Holy Roman Empire. Friedrich III was one of the most interesting members of the family. In 1192, he was attempted to capture the English king Richard the Lionheart, who was returning from the Third Crusade.
We hope you liked our presentation of our beautiful town. As you see, we are fighting for your attention all the time. So, welcome to Ptuj.
Look at that attractive, strong man fighting for our attention. I really love that, huh, Sanja? So welcome to Ptuj, welcome to Slovenia, everybody. And Ptuj is really a perfect place for culture.
Yes, I think that every Slovenian historic town is perfect for culture, because you can visit them by themselves, self-guided, or you can hire a local guide, because only they know the most secret stories about each town, then they can tell them to you.
I think you got a glimpse of our diversity over here as well in historic towns, and as we mentioned, we are close to nature, so we are green and safe, which is very important for these days as well. Sana, thank you so much, and I hope we can travel soon and that you can finally come to Slovenia and see this beautiful country. So hope to see you soon.